Good morning, everyone. I hope you are comfortable and gathered around. It's time for our Word for All Ages. I brought a friend with me here, and I will talk about him in just a little bit, my trusty teddy bear. But before I get into that, I want to talk to you about being afraid. All of us have something we're afraid of, yes? We had storms that rolled through here in the middle of the night in the wee pre-dawn hours not too long ago, and some of us are scared of storms. Some of us, like myself, are scared of water. I am really scared of water. I don't mind it for drinking and like washing my hands and showering and stuff like that. I don't mind water. But when it comes to swimming or boating, going out on a boat, those things are really not my cup of tea. Only because, well, there's a lot of history there why I'm afraid of water. But so of course I thought, when the youth here said, let's go whitewater rafting, Pastor Amanda, for one of our mission trips, I said, sure, because it was on my bucket list, and it was, and I was really glad that I went. But of course, the whole time I'm going, please God, do not make me go into the water. Please God, do not let me go into the water. And sure enough, our raft went over and I went into the water. Now, thankfully, the person who was guiding our raft, the instructor, she had me out of the water within like 20 seconds. So it was not that big of a deal. But of course, someone who's afraid of water gets a little scared, right? I was a little scared in that moment. And then two, my parents and I were on vacation one year, and we were going to take a boat tour in, I think, Hampton Roads, Virginia, and it was going to take us out to this fort, and then we were going to see all these aircraft carriers and Navy ships and things, and they were going to talk to us about all that. And of course, the day we went, the water was choppy, and it was cold and kind of rainy outside, so of course this made the journey even better for someone who doesn't like boats and doesn't like water. So of course, as the boat is doing one of these, I didn't get sick, but I did realize I'm never doing a boat tour ever again, and I haven't since then. I don't know if I ever will again, but it's been experiences, so you're definitely not going to find me on a cruise ship anytime soon. In our story today, in the gospel that we just heard, we heard about the disciples and Jesus who were out on a boat, and a storm came up, and the disciples became really frightened, and they turned to Jesus and they said, how in the world can you sleep through this? This is horrible. We're all gonna, this is not gonna end well. Help us. And all Jesus does is walk out, calms the storm, goes back and says, why are you so afraid? Why do you have such little faith? I've always loved that when Jesus says that to them. Why do you have such little faith? And it's a reminder that in times that we're scared, in times that we're in need of some calm in the midst of all of our anxiety and when we're nervous and just kind of whatever, that God is with us, right? Because other times when we're scared, like when a storm comes through or whatever, we grab our mom and dad, we grab maybe a brother or a sister, we curl up underneath the blankets, we hug our stuffed animals or our precious teddy bears, as my teddy bear here, and we're comforted. We feel protected, we feel safe. And what Jesus is trying to tell us and tell his disciples is God's protecting us, that through our faith, that God is gonna keep us safe, that God is gonna calm us in the midst of whatever is making us afraid, of whatever is causing us to feel anxious and scared and worried and all of those kind of not great feelings. That we need something as simple as comforting presence like a teddy bear or a blanket or mom and dad's arms or grandma and grandpa's arms or whatever it may be to comfort us. God's the ultimate comforter. God's the ultimate protector, the ultimate teddy bear, if you will. And I kind of like that image, God is a teddy bear, because God does comfort us and protect us and keep us safe, even in those moments where things seem really, really scary. And that's what Jesus is trying to tell his disciples in that moment. When they're out and there's a storm raging all around them, is to have faith, to remember that God is with you, that God's gonna protect you and calm you. And sure enough, that's exactly what happens. And that's exactly what we need to remember today, that in the moments when we're scared and feeling anxious and worried, and need a little bit of safety and comfort and protection, that God is always with us. God is that ultimate teddy bear. So I hope you remember that this week as you head out and do everything, and as I think we're going to get a few more storms and things. So hopefully you grab the teddy bear, but also remember to pray. Talk to God, ask for God's protection, because God is always listening and will always comfort you. Okay? So will you pray with me? Dear God, thank you for teddy bears and other ways that we feel comforted and safe when we're scared. Thank you too for being there, for protecting us, calming us, and caring for us. Amen. I will see you soon. Bye.